I'm gonna see if I can catch some live bluegill tonight, and I'm gonna get some worms out of my old compost bin that's really doing good at producing worms for me. So you can see I've got a few worms here. I got this little Tupperware thing, and I chopped some holes in it, and that's what I use, but I don't have to scrape much. You can see there's worms there, there's one there. You got two there. Well, there's a ton of them there. This is quite the little place to get me some worms. All right, Mark here at Bill Wright's. I'm on my way to Claremore Lake, but I'm not on my way there to bass fish. I'm on my way there to catfish. And I've always wanted to do this. I'm gonna do it off the bank, and I've got some new tools I'm gonna be using, and I'll show you those when I get down on the water. I want to go over some new equipment I just recently got. I ordered this Okuma Classic CLX reel. I was attempting to get to 300. I wanted a big one that I could put on a 12-foot rod, and which I've got there, which is an ugly stick, heavy. I have the Okuma Classic CLX 200 series. It's the one I ended up with on accident, but I thought, well, I don't mind, because I'm going to want one that I can use in a boat also. This one typically probably won't get used in the boat. I'm going to keep it as one set up for the specific purpose of coming out and casting as far as I can get. I think it's probably that I've been watching way too many Catfish Day videos. Well, I've actually watched them all. So, but his theory is that if you're, the further you get out there, the better your chances for the bigger ones. So I set myself up with that capability. I also bought a 9-foot Catmax rod to go with my Catmax reel. So I've got a 12-foot rod, a 9-foot rod. I was going to get a 10-foot rod, but I decided to go with that 9-foot so I could pair it up with my Catmax. And then, of course, I went ahead and put that 200 series Okuma on my ugly stick that I had for the Catmax. And then, of course, I've got my other one, my spin cast reel that y'all saw me catch that 38 pounder on. So I'm going to be trying to run 4 rods. And I'm going to try to set them up where I have a skipjack on one, a cut bluegill on one, a live bluegill, and then something, I don't know. On the CLX 300, the bigger rod, I put 30 pound on that, and that's just that trilene, stuff you can see there. And every one of these has, these other twos have 25 pound on them, but every one of them has a 50 pound leader. Now I'm going to be running a little bit bigger hook. This is really what's equivalent to a 10-aught. I think this is that Team Catfish. And hopefully I'm going to put my big piece of skipjack on this. On my other rods, I'm running probably about 8 or 9 odd hooks. And I'm not throwing a big sinker on these little ones. I've got a 3-ounce on that one. I probably should have put a little bigger on this one, but we're going to see how it casts. So, you can tell the hooks I've got. Probably going to try to put my live bluegill, if I get one, on the Catmax rod. Put the skipjack on my 12-footer, and then probably a piece of cut bait on my, this is a 7-foot rod, ugly stick that I had that 200 series on. Now, specifically brought these 3 because these all have clickers on them, and I'm right now going to be set up on a rock area, so I'm not going to be able to stick my rods up in the air or anything. So I'm gonna have them just laid over on some my little OU ice chest and my little bait ice chest, and just have the clickers running. This bluegill's way too big for me to fish with. I'm not going to fish with one that big, so I'm going to use him for cut bait. It's still pretty big, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use him. Okay, as of now, I've got a cut bluegill head on, and I've got a live bluegill on. Now, in my spare time, I started making me some ready to go leaders. You know, I put a hook on a 50-pound test line leader and then a swivel. So all I have to do is put a weight, a bead, and then tie onto my swivel. Makes it go a lot faster when you break off. Pull him in.
Pull him in. What'd you get?
What'd you catch?
What you got, bud?
Whoa! Did you catch that? Look how big he is.
Look at that, beautiful. Ah! Isn't he pretty?
Oh, he's a pretty one.
He is pretty.
We can let him go.
Don't. You want to hold it one time, bud?
It was amazing. Thank you so much for letting me get the fish, Mom.
Here, hold it for me. Show me what you have.
This is a fish.
That is a fish.
It goes in the water.
He is beautiful.
Could I
you
have?
Gonna set him free, sweetie?
Yeah.
You use the fish as bait?
Yeah, I
And
use them I catch them so I can use them for catfish.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah, well, because they eat other fish, don't they?
Touch the fish so I can see it.
Son, I want to see you run again.
You might bite again.
Yeah.
Run
Run that way. Let me see how fast you
so
are.
I can see it.
Ready?
Go.
Oh!
Oh, he might have got my bait again. What you're getting ready to see is a reminder of just how sweet children can be. There's a little one in there.
I know you can do it.
Come on back.
Yeah, that's a big.
Utah!
He's not nearly as big as yours, though.
Yeah, you did catch a big one, Kenley. Y'all both did so good. Thank you so
kiddos.
much.
I'm going to put him in the ice box.
Sir, thank you very much.
You bet.
I'm Connor Burns.
Fishy guy, but I'm Mark Betke.
That's my wife, Carrie. That's Utah. That's Kenley Jerry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
They just loved it.
Come on.
Oh, he's dead.
That one is a keeper. He's going to hold on
We're going
to
to
it.
use him for bait.
Thank you so much. That was
Okay, Froggy,
awesome.
let's go home, bud.
All right, little frog, let's go.
I'll put you
You have a good night.
You too. Well, it's dark, and I'm using my little spotlight thing that I haven't really got set up well for fishing with lights at night. This battery may go out. It's a big battery for what it is, but it doesn't last that long. Well, I know there's catfish out here. I've had better luck catching them than I have bass lately when I'm bass fishing. Last 3 times I've come, I've caught decent little catfish. This is one I caught yesterday. Oh, I got a good one. Might want to get that net ready. Oh, holy cow, he's big. He might be a catfish. Oh my goodness. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Oh, he's pulling drag. Oh, oh my God, whatever this is mean. Oh, it is a big old catfish.
You want this net?
Old Catfish Dave has a video. I think it's called Somebody Sleeping in My Fishing Spot. About 7 minutes into it, he goes off on let's see, what are they? They're third shift Waffle House waitresses. It is hilarious. Me and my wife were rolling in bed that one morning watching it. So you got to go take a look at it just for fun, and I'll leave a comment, tell him that Mark over at Bill of Rights sent you. Well, I guess if I'm not gonna have any fish in this video, I might be able to turn it into one of those day in the life things, you know, or you kind of just see what my day was like. Now, since I didn't film any of that, you're gonna have to do it with your imagination. So, started off, got up around 6:45 and went straight to work on changing the rotors and pads on my truck, because I had a sticking caliper. And after I got done with that around 11, I had me some peanut butter and syrup sandwiches. I'm kind of hoping the fish will interrupt me here so I won't bore you to death. Then I sat around, looked at some YouTube videos and thought, how am I going to be able to squirrel my way into getting to fish tonight after fishing on Friday night or Friday afternoon a little bit. And wifey was real sweet about it. And we went over to Academy and I picked up some new shirts, this one I've got on. And then we went to Chili's and I had a beer. And then got home and got around and got my stuff and came out here and sat for probably 5 or 6 hours and hadn't caught anything yet. So there's my day. You still awake? Huh? You there? Well, now I got a spider making a web between my two lines. Oh boy. Since I'm on kind of a Catfish Dave kick tonight, trying to fish for the first time with some reels that have clickers. I was really hoping to see one go zinging, but and I'll hang around, maybe it'll still happen. But I was thinking, he always says, well, this is a video, and there was a fish in the video. Now, granted, it wasn't caught tonight, but it is in the video, and it was caught within the last 36, maybe 28 hours, if that counts. So that makes it a fishing video. Well, I'm sitting here wondering which is going to happen first. I'll catch a fish or that light goes out. Once that light goes out, I'm loading up and heading home. And surprisingly, it's been on since probably a little before 9, and it just turned 11 o'clock. And I think the best I've done with it is 3 hours, and I actually used it this morning on my brake job, so it's probably getting pretty close to the end. Well, it happened.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be